It's time to try and make my first art piece of the year. My first full piece. I've done a lot of sketching in my sketchbook since my art goal video. And since then, I've purchased myself a gift. This Himi gouache set that I've seen all over the internet. I'm a little late to the trend, but I figured today to open them up and give them a shot. This was not easy to open. Opening each of these little paints was very difficult and extremely messy, but the paints are really pretty and I'm really excited to work with them. I've worked with gouache a little bit before, not too familiar with it, but I do know it's similar in ways to watercolor, which I am familiar with. So before we get into the full piece that I want to do, look, I've been good. I actually created some thumbnails for planning out colors and the composition of the piece. So I don't know if you can tell what you're looking at here, but it is a landscape scenery with an elephant. I'm gonna be painting at least one elephant today. But since I haven't used these paints before, I don't want to jump straight into like a finished piece that I want to give to somebody. I want to practice with them first and try them out. So we are going to do that on this drawing of ducks that you can't see right now because it's too light that I did. We're going to paint these with these gouache paints and see how it goes. A little test painting here before I do my actual piece. So I guess we'll just jump into it. I also got myself some new brushes because my brushes that I have are super old. The tops are falling off, the handles are all chipped and are disgusting. So I got myself some new brushes. Look at how long, I've never had a brush with such long handles. I feel like this is overkill for the type of work that I do, but oh well, we're gonna try and use these also today. Not feeling very confident. This brush feels so overkill. Oh gosh. This brush is really nice, but it does still feel like overkill. I do not have a steady hand at all. All right, so I've done my trial piece just to test out these gouache paints, but I think I'm just gonna jump into what I wanna paint today just because I'm impatient. But we're gonna try and slow it down. We're gonna take our time with this because I want this to be good. I want to give this to somebody. So my plan of attack is to just map it out and then start painting. I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm gonna sketch it out. Okay, I think we should just go for it. Oh, crap. Actually, no. I just remembered. See, this is why I get flustered when I start to paint something. I just get too ahead of myself. I want to tape the sides. Okay, now let's get started. We're just gonna go for it. No fear, guys. No fear. not feeling too confident about this, but we have like 2 colors on here, so. I don't really know how to paint the sky, especially clouds. Clouds are really hard for me. They I feel like just end up looking like a mess, but I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna keep working it. It kind of looks like crap right now. I don't think that those really look like clouds, but I guess I'll just like keep working them. So this is the brush that came with these gouache paints, the Himi brush here. And it looks like the bristles are being stained. I don't know, maybe when I like go to officially like actually wash the brush with like soap and water, that blue will come out. But right now it looks like it's stained, which kind of sucks. But I mean, as long as it doesn't like infect other colors and it's just stained, it doesn't really matter. It's just kind of a bummer because they were white. Well, it's actually been a couple days. It's been a week. It's been over a week, I think, since I touched this painting, and I finally am coming back today to finish it. Now that I've looked at it for a week, I'm pleasantly surprised with how it came out. Obviously, I wanted it to be good, but I haven't really painted in a while. I'm really out of touch with making art, and it's a new medium that I am not super experienced with. So I obviously had no idea how it was gonna turn out. I'm doing the final touches today. I just wanted to add some texture in the grass, and I wanted to fix the mountain range in the back. It wasn't the right color. And then I had to add the elephant's tusk. I kept forgetting that, but I did want to add it, so I did remember to add the elephant's tusk today. And then just remove the tape and I gotta sign it, but that is it done. I'm really happy with it. It felt really good. Well, okay, actually that's a lie. It did not feel really good at the start. Absolutely not. I feel like no matter how often I do art, like even when I was consistently doing art, every single time I make a piece, I'm going to have to remind myself to trust the process, because the very beginning of this piece and even halfway through this piece, I'm thinking, this looks like crap. These don't look like clouds. Can you even tell it's an elephant? I don't know how to paint water. It doesn't look good most of the time, but I found that I just kept working it, especially with gouache being such a forgiving medium. You can really just keep working the paint, keep working, adding more layers, adding more depth, changing the color if you need to. The more I worked it, the happier I became with it after a while. So I kept reminding myself during this process, was in which I'm sure I'm gonna have to keep reminding myself any and every piece that I do, is to just trust the process and take your time. Because I think old me wouldn't have gotten the clouds to this point. I think old me would have stopped halfway in the clouds and then I would have been unhappy with them. But I was too impatient to keep working the clouds. Are the clouds perfect right now? No. But there's something that I'm happy with and something that I'm satisfied with calling done. Gotta keep reminding myself to trust the process and to like take a breath, because even if it doesn't come out okay, even if I'm not happy with the final product, so what? Trust the process and keep working it. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed watching my painting process. I enjoyed creating this piece, and thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!